What's up? In this video, I'm going to show you what I think are the best SMMA, social media marketing agency outreach strategies for 2024 that are going to allow you to get tons of clients on demand and make it so you never have to worry about an inconsistent lead flow ever again. If you want leads, you will get them with the strategies that we're going to cover in this video. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to give you a secret strategy that I used years ago that still works wonderfully that you won't really see taught anywhere else. So make sure you stick around to the end for that. Let's go ahead and get into the first thing, which before we get into the specific outreach methods, we want to talk about the fact that there is no one size fits all form of outreach. Every niche is going to be a little bit different. What works for one might flop for another. For example, you need to understand that different target audiences spend their time on different platforms. So younger folks tend to hang out on Instagram and TikTok, while people with that are old enough to rent a car, you might be more likely to find on Facebook or LinkedIn. So know who your audience is, where they hang out, and go meet them there. That's really, really going to be key to your success with any of the strategies that we're going to talk about. And that includes the first strategy, which is cold calling. Now, I know that cold calling scares a lot of people, but it's absolutely one of the most effective ways of getting clients for social media marketing, SEO, or whatever other services that you offer. It works best in niches that are not as likely to have a gatekeeper, meaning a receptionist or someone whose job it is to basically keep people like you from getting to the person that makes the decision. So for an example, a dentist might be busy seeing patients all day, so they have a receptionist answering the phone. So maybe you don't target them for cold calling, but you instead target niches where the decision maker is busy all day and checks their email regularly. And of course, you want to aim high as far as average ticket values. It's more ideal for niches like that are maybe not as tech savvy. They're used to being on the phone and they're not going to be too particular about the work that you deliver. So think of things like realtors, sports rentals, bounce houses, things like that. Cold calling absolutely works, but I get it. It takes a lot of time. It's exhausting. And if you're a bit of an introvert, it's not always going to be as effective. And that's why you want to use an alternate method in a lot of cases, and that is cold emailing. Now, what cold emailing is, it's where you email a business that's never heard of you and try to get them to buy your social media marketing services. This helps you get around that gatekeeper problem from the last one, because lawyers, dentists, vets, etc., if they're professionals and short on time and they check their email often, this is a perfect niche for cold email outreach. Other examples of high ticket that work really well for cold email are things like landscaping, home improvement, legal services, anything where they check their email regularly and use it for work to get the best results. With a unique angle and to your email and a good risk reversal like a guarantee, you can get good results in almost any niche. You can set up good automation as well to kind of handle the sending and of the follow-ups and things like that. And if you're worried about how you're going to find email addresses for businesses, check out legitleads.com, which is a software that will help you find email addresses of local businesses and reach out to them. Cold emailing is great, and it's a great way to get in touch with people when you can't talk to them on the phone, or when you're not able to get them on the phone or something like that. And being able to get directly into someone's inbox is really powerful. And that's kind of the way it works for the next method, which is cold DM, cold direct messages. You want to use platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn for more seasoned audiences, CEOs, professionals, things like that. If your audience is younger and maybe 18 to 25, you're going to want to use platforms like Instagram and maybe Twitter/X. I know people that run multi-million-dollar businesses that generate all their leads through cold DM. It takes a while because you have to do it manually because the platforms don't like automation. You're going to get a really high response rate, and you're going to have the best chance of getting a conversion because it's where people are most likely to respond and be able to build a rapport with you, with the possible exception of the next one, which is in-person events. I went and saved the best for last, which is in-person, face-to-face sales. I saved this one for last because it's the most effective, because in-person meetings you just cannot replace the value of meeting face-to-face. Older people in particular are going to be more likely to trust you if they can put a face to the name, because it's just the way that they're used to building trust. You can get meetings like this by simply walking right into a business and ask to speak to the owner, or you can connect with them on social media beforehand, ask to set up a meeting, and then come meet them at the business then. It's probably the easiest way to get clients because, again, there's no replacing that connection connection that you get by seeing someone face to face, meeting them and getting to know them in person. And here's the tip that I promised you at the top of the video. Another strategy you can use if you want to get into businesses that do have gatekeepers is go buy a box of like a dozen donuts and go to, say, a dentist's office and just drop them off in the morning with the receptionists and the ladies or men that work in the front office and say just something like, just started a business in the area and I'm just going around and getting to know people and I'm just leaving these here with you. I don't pitch anything, just say that and then leave. They're going to love you for it because who doesn't love donuts? And then maybe what you do is you come back a day or so later, ask them how the donuts were and tell them a little bit more about it and see if there's a way that you can get to talk to the decision maker that way. Now, if you handle this right and you're smooth about it, you're going to have a much better chance to get to the decision maker because you have now warmed up the gatekeeper to make them like you a little bit. So that's just a little tip that I used to do that works really, really well to get in the industries where there's a gatekeeper that tries to keep you away from the decision maker. One other thing that's really important is that you dress well. I know this shouldn't matter, but it does. You have to present yourself in a professional manner, talk in a respectful way. Don't tell them what they're doing wrong. Just listen to them, find out what their problem is, and let them know how you can help them with it. So if that just means that they need an improved social media presence, just let them tell you that in their own way and then offer your solution. I know this is going to take a little courage to just walk in and start talking to people. I know that that's kind of hard for some people, but look at it this way. The worst case scenario is you aren't making any more money than you were when you went in. Best case scenario is you sign a new client. The worst case scenario is really, really not that bad. It's not as bad as if you liked this video and you didn't choose to subscribe afterwards, which I hope you will, because I have a bunch more great videos coming out. So the worst case scenario is that you get a no and you don't have any more money or you haven't lost anything other than a few minutes of your time. The other worst case scenario is that you found this video helpful and you thought that it would help you grow your social media marketing agency in 2024 and you didn't subscribe to the channel. I hope that you will. I got a bunch more videos coming out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.